Good morning, everyone. I am Deseros Bagyuso Tagbo, the BS Ed 3 Filipino. So now I will discussing indigenization and contextualization of the curriculum. So what is indigenization? Indigenization is the fact of making something more native, transformation of some service, idea, and etc. It is to suit local culture, especially through the use of more indigenous people in administration, employment, and etc. It is also curriculum content is adapted from the community. Indigenous people education. 110 indigenous people communities. So they share similar experiences of discrimination and marginalization. Philippine government passed Indigenous People Rights Act or Republic Act 8731. It is also recognizes and protects the rights of indigenous communities. So, let's have also an indigenous people have a curriculum. So, indigenous people have a sequence of content. It actually values the importance of integrating their knowledge system to the existing curriculum. Studies on indigenous curriculum provided a framework for linking indigenous knowledge with the curriculum also. So, indigenous implementation of its strategies at the school level. The first is integrating contents and activities. Second, using the local language as the medium of instruction for several subjects. The third one is involving community folks and local teachers. The fourth or the last is developing local instructional materials and learning outside the classroom. And the last is using instructional strategy. So there's indigenization. Since our topic for this morning, is all about the indigenization and contextualization of curriculum. And now, let us proceed. What is contextualization of the curriculum? So let's know first the definition of contextualization. Contextualization of the curriculum refers to the educational process of relating the curriculum to a particular setting, situation, or area of application to make the competences relevant, meaningful, and useful to the learners. So according to Mazzio, contextualization of teaching and learning as diverse family of instructional strategies designed to more seamlessly link the learning of foundational skills and academic on occupational content by focusing teaching and learning squarely that concrete applications in a specific context that is of interest to the students. So contextualization also is the process of presenting lesson in meaningful and relevant contextualized and on previous experiences and real-life situations. In the K-12 curriculum framework highlights the fundamental importance of context in shaping the curriculum and consequently the teaching learning process. Flexibility of the K-12 curriculum allows for curriculum enhancement in relation to diverse background of the learners. So in the K-12 curriculum, there has a features. So in the first box, so let's see naman, it's have a learner-centered, inclusive, and research-based. So the second box is the standards and competence-based, seamless, and decongested. The third one is culture responsive and culture sensitive, integrative, and contextualized, relevant, and response. The fourth one is the flexible, ICT-based, and the global. So in the contextualization, there are 2 degrees. So the first one is localization. It refers to the process of relating learning content specified in the curriculum to local information and materials in the learner's community. The second one is indigenization. It refers to the process of enhancing curriculum competences, education resources, and teaching learning process in relation to the community context. So let's remember the concept. When we localize, we do not necessarily indigenize, but when we indigenize, we localize. There is also a process of contextualization. The first one is establish dialogue and community engagement mechanisms with the communities for purposes of contextualized education. The second one is situation analysis leading to the community vision, mission, and goals for education. So the third is education planning with communities, learning resources, it is included. The fourth is research for contextualization and learning resources development. The fifth, curriculum contextualization. The sixth is quality assurance of contextualized curricula. And now let us proceed the organizer. Contextualized curriculum at the school level. So the first is education planning. Second, capacity development. The third one is context appropriate supervision. The fourth, contextualized school governance. Next, the policies to guide contextualization. And the last is monitoring and evaluation of learning resources management and development system. And that's all. Thank you.